Hey boys and girls, today we're going to be finishing up our project for open house, Wilbur the pig. We're going to paint our pigs, and also we get to paint a landscape with a farmhouse, perhaps, beautiful hills, a fence if you'd like. You get to choose, you're the artist. Here are some samples of what landscapes look like. For our project, we're going to be using acrylic paints to create our backgrounds. Are you ready? This is a three-step process. First, we're going to draw, and then we're going to paint, and then add details. So the first step is going to be to get your paper, turn it horizontally, and get your pencil ready to go. We're going to draw 4 lines to create hills for our landscape. The first one comes up a little bit below half right there, and you're going to start there and come to the bottom. That's the first hill. The second one, you go off to the other side. The third one, come up a couple of inches and over, and then there you go. After you have your 4 lines drawn for your hills, you write your name on the back. Now you get to choose either warm colors on the left or cool colors on the right. I'm going to show you a cool color first. Step 2 is to paint our background. This is what it will look like. Beginning at the top, we're going to start with our dark color and then get it lighter to the horizon. That's where the sky meets the land. This will create depth in our paintings. You're going to do the same thing with the hills. Now I'm going to make my hills dark green, and there's one little dark green pile, and then I have a lighter shade of green, a little yellow and light blue. So the darker colors go in the background. Darker colors recede, they stay back in the painting, creating more depth, and then light colors come forward. That's why I'm using lighter green in the front or the foreground. The last step is going to be to paint in some details after it dries. So to paint some details, I'm going to show you really quick how to paint the barn and this fence and some trees. Of course, you can add whatever you would like. I'm going to start with clouds with white. White wispy clouds that are just floating in the sky. Again, clouds, you can make them bigger at the top, different shades, put a little thickness, wisp them out underneath, and you can make some smaller clouds toward the horizon, because objects that are far away appear smaller. That's another way to show space in your artwork. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm doing here. Again, this video is going very fast. You're going to go a little slower. I added a little bit of that light blue in with the white. Again, you want the paint to be thick and kind of wet. All right. After you get the clouds in, then I think I'm going to go and paint the barn. So the barn is, need to clean my brush off. Again, please dry your brush. You don't want to have water on the brush. Make sure it's dry. Now, I'm just going to paint a barn, which is like a shape, a rectangle here at the bottom, right? And then a triangle on the top. Again, we have to let this dry thoroughly, the red, before we add the white, because as you know, if you add red and white, you're going to make pink. We know that because we already painted Wilbur. Okay, the next step then is to paint while the red barn is drying. And again, this is just one thing that I did. You don't have to. I'm taking a little bit of red, and I think I wanted to make red and green make brown, but I think I like this other brown better. So we're going to add that in. For the barn, I'm going to make a little hill coming out, or a fence. And again, you can make it bigger at the front to show space and smaller toward the horizon. Again, acrylic paints dry really fast, so you know, if you don't put too much paint on there or make it wet. So you shouldn't use water with acrylic paints. You just have water there to keep your, brush clean, or if you're changing from a warm color to a cool color. So have your paper towel handy every time you dip it in the water and dry it off. Now I think I'm just going to add some flowers, okay? Again, or, give the illusion of flowers. Maybe some grass, little bushes, You're the artist, you get to choose. So enjoy. Here I'm just adding in some little yellow, patches to show the illusion of like flowers. Okay? And then hopefully this red paint is going to be dry pretty quick, so I can go in now with my white and my little detail brush, and I'm just going to go and paint the roof. Okay? It's like a triangle, then kind of a curve. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, as barns are made out of wood, right? So it's not perfectly symmetrical. So there you go. So I painted in some windows. Now here's going to be the door. And then again, you make it how you want. It's your painting. You're the artist. You get to choose. You could probably think of some other little details to add. Again, we just want this to be a background for our pig. All right, then the next one I'm gonna show you quickly is how to paint a sunset. So this is if you chose to do, a beautiful blue sky day. We haven't had too many of those lately, so let's paint one. Okay, enjoy. Next, we're going to paint the sunset. Again, I chose to do a different look. This is from a barn, inside the barn looking out. Again, same thing. You want to start with the dark color at the top. In this case, I'm going to use red, orange, and yellow. So I'm putting red first at the top, a darker red. I wanted to go with like a dark red, but when I added the blue and the red, it made kind of a brown. I didn't like that. So I just went right back over it with the red. Then I remembered to draw in my four hills. So let's go with the red, the orange, and then toward the bottom, yellow. So the yellow will be closest to the horizon. Remember, the horizon line is where the sky and the land meet. Then you go dark to light, and now we're going to go dark to light again to show space or depth in our artwork. So I mixed a dark green for the hills that are far away, and then a lighter shade of green to go in the foreground, the very front. Okay, so I think I mixed like, I don't know, yellow and green. I'm sorry, yellow and blue to make this lighter green. Yes, the light blue and the yellow makes a beautiful yellow green. And you can look at your color wheel if you want to see how to make different shades, tints and shades. So a tint of a color is adding white to it to make the color lighter. So that's what I just did here. Added a little bit of white with that green. And there you go. Once the paint has dried, then you can start to overlap and to show space. This is going to be a barn from looking inside the barn. And I just drew a couple of boards here and then another board going across. Again, you don't have to do the inside of a barn like I did right here. I'm adding some white to the boards to make it look like the wood grain right here. And then I'm going to make a fence. If you want to do a sunset sky in a barn, you know, you're the artist. You get to choose. I'm just showing you two different ideas. Now I'm drawing a fence right here, and then after I did the fence overlapping, you know, the wood here, then I think I went back in and created a web for Charlotte. So anyway, you get to choose, you know, what scene you want to have for your pig. We're going to be putting Wilbur in a little small plate that's kind of the color of hay. And then actually the night of open house, your teacher will be putting hay in the plate. So it's going to look amazing. I'm so proud of you third graders. Also, you're going to have some stand-up easels that you can put on the back to make your picture stand up. Right here I'm painting in a web for Charlotte. Again, using white, and you know, your teacher may have white paint pens to do this, you know, after it dries. I don't know what you have, but that's what I did here. I added Charlotte and put a spider. There's Charlotte right there. And then I also think put two little tiny eyes there. Then also I was adding some highlights on the side of the wood, you know, the different tints and shades of a color. Help it make it look more 3D, three-dimensional. So you get to paint, add as many details as time allows, and enjoy. I'm so proud of you, and have a good day. I had to add the little mouse right there. Templeton, is that his name? So put it aside to dry. Good job, and we'll see you next time, boys and girls. It's been fun.